Hello, fashion lovers. So today I'll be making Princess that off shoulder breast tube. Princess that breast tube, but it will be off shoulder. Okay. So this is the measurement. You can pause to see my division and addition. Just pause and go through them. Okay. So this is it. Now let's move to the table. Okay. So the first thing to do, right, is to fold using the highest measurement. According to the calculation, we have 15 and half as my highest calculation, okay? So I will be folding 15 and half. Now, this is, what I have here is 17, is okay. I can work with that. Can work with 17, all right? So I've done the folding, let's start marking. Now, so I have folded, okay? The next thing we'll start marking out our basic measurements. I'm using 8 for my armhole. I can always deepen it, all right? My bust point, you already know, 11 on the bust. Then half length is 19, okay? I added one to the 18, okay? So these are my basic measurements. Let me get another marker. So you need to mark out all the lines perfectly well so we don't make mistake. I actually forgot to put nipple to nipple on that calculation we did. Okay, so the nipple to nipple is actually 8. So we'll start marking with the nipple to nipple. 8 divided by 2 gives us 4, okay? We'll mark 4. I'm starting from the bust point. This is B point, this is the B, this is the under bust, and this is the waist, okay? So here, that is my 4. Here is my 4, and here is my 4. All right, so I'll just get this connected together. All right, so the next thing to do is to mark my shoulder. I told you it is shoulder 8. Sorry, yeah, the shoulder is 8. So I'll come here and mark the same 8, connect it down. All right. Now, once I've done this, the next is to start marking our calculation. According to the calculation, our bust is 14 3/4, almost 15, okay? And our waist is 15 and quarter, little bit more than. Okay, so once we have gotten our measurement, from here we curve, all right? Give it a curve, then you come under here, right at the under bust, take out 1 here, okay? You come here, you take out 2 inches, Then you connect it to the bust point. Connect this to the bust point, okay? That is it. Then you come down here to and take the same thing you took up at the under bust at the waist. So we took 2 here, so we are equally taking 2. You connect it, okay? Then you get your French curve, give it a curve down here, okay? That is it. Then the next thing right now we need to measure. From here, you get the center, which is about 5, 11. Okay, so from here you measure between 5.5 and 6. So I'm going with 5.5. Place your French curve, connect it to this other part of the line. Connect it to other part of the line. You see that? Good. Now, once you have done that, now, because it's an off shoulder, what do you want? What is the illusion? Like, how off do you want it? Okay, if you want it from here, 5, that means you're going this way. You don't want it too exposing. Now, for the style we're making, 5 is okay because there's still gonna be a little dipping here, all right? So we are going with 5. You can extend it, you can go down a little bit if you want, but the 5 is okay, all right? Now we have gotten this. So because there will be a sweetheart neck at the neckline side of the off shoulder, so I'm placing this to connect it, okay? This is how it looks. So in total, the neck depth for this dress is 7.5, okay? You can see it. So the next thing to do right now is to cut. So the next thing right now is for us to cut, okay? Let's take this out. We are equally taking this out. This is our illusion, right? Sorry guys, I forgot to take 1 inches down here. So mark 1 inches here. Connect it down to this. From here, connect it down. All right. Now you extend it by 1 inches again, then curve it back to the armhole. Then you curve it back to the armhole. So let's cut. All right. You should cut this out. Of the armhole part. Good. So this is the neck deepening. So now this is our 2-piece. Okay. So what next right now is to place this on the fabric and cut. Before we place it on the fabric to cut. Let's cut the back. Let's cut the back. The back is normal off shoulder, normal waist that, okay? It's not that stressful. So remember we did 5 inches as our illusion. So I'm taking out the 5 inches, okay? Watch my tape very well. Watch it. Watch my tape. I'm starting from 5, okay, to mark my measurement. Remember our half length is 19. 8 plus 1 inches, okay? So I told you I'm going for 8. So this is our back, okay? Now I told you I'm going for 8. This is 5 inches illusion. I'm going for 8, all right, as my armhole, and 19 as the half length, all right? So before we do this, we need our zip allowance. I'm going for 1.5 as my zip allowance, okay? So when marking out the measurement, I will be able. So I'll just mark out all the lines, all right? All the lines. Good. So we have gotten it. Now the next thing for us is to mark that 8 we did at the shoulder. All right, come down here, mark it. Then the bust measurement, according to, we have 10 and 10 3/4. Now we'll just add 2 inches sewing allowance, okay? Come here, the waist we got is 10.5. We'll just add 2 inches sewing allowance. That is all. Then we connect it, okay? Then connect up here, which is the shoulder part, curve it down, all right? Now the next thing we need to do right now is to cut, okay? Nothing much on the back, it's just our normal off shoulder at the back. We don't have much work. Turn it lining, sew, and all the rest of them. Now the back will be dipping. The back will be dipping. I like folding in my zip part when cutting anything that got to do with necklines, okay? So you remember we did have 5 inches, okay? So I want it to be a total of 10 as my neck depth here, all right? This is the back. So, and do I use curve? Yeah, let me use curve, guys. I want it to have curve. So from here, we are going this way. All right, this is how I want the back to be. So let's cut. Sorry, it needs to join. Yeah. So this is my back. You see the zip allowance. I like it because it makes me to know where my zip allowance should be, all right? So let's move to the fabric. So guys, I'm starting with the back, okay? So I've placed it, sure it's standing straight, good. I've placed it, I'm cutting. right? Then you cut. Now the back is done. All right. The next thing, let's cut the front, guys. Let's cut the front. Okay, so this is it. Place it very well when cutting. So next thing is to follow it and cut. Let's start with this one, the front. All right, this one is done. Next is for us to cut the other part. Follow the curve. Good. Then you go back. Cut the side. So we have done the cutting. The next is to cut the lining. Let me do that and show you. So guys, before we continue, I need to mark my part. It will be padded, so I need to cut out a pattern for the pad. All right, so I like to give space here, 1/2 inch space. So from here I'll curve it from here to here to the under bust. Okay, so from here I'll take from here I'll take 4 from here in 4 inches. Okay, then I'll connect it from the under bust here to the under bust. Same thing from this line, curve it in. Okay, so this is what I use to cut my part for the dress. Let me cut it. Okay, and here too. Good. So this is it. Right, this is what I'll use for my pad for the two. So guys, this is the pad I'm using. All right, this is the pad I'm using. Okay, so What I need to now is cut it. I don't want to so much waste. Let me fold it in a little bit. Good. So now each, I need two of it each. Okay, two each. All right. So let me cut it, guys, so you see it. After cutting, I'll show you the cutting. So guys, I have done the cutting. This is the part that I cut. I've gummed it. I've equally gummed the part. Okay, and this is my lining. So guys, it's not a double padded. Okay, it's just one, the fabric alone that I'm padding. All right, so let's move to the dining sorry, to the machine for sewing. Guys, you already know how to sew it. Okay, so you just place it this way. This is the center front, you already know that. This is the side, you keep it this way. All right, then you start sewing. Okay, so let's go.